Today I fucked up by bringing homemade brownies to work and my colleagues, though they were special brownies. I've been on a baking kick lately after watching way too many food shows. Dangerous hobby, I know. Since I had a pay raise past month, I decided to splurge on some fancy chocolate and other high-quality ingredients to make what I thought would be the world's most impressive brownies. The recipe called for this special dark chocolate that has this really intense, almost bitter taste that I personally love. I spent hours making these things: perfect fudgy center, crackly top, the whole deal. I brought them to work, put them in the break room with a little "help yourself" note, and went about my day feeling like a domestic god. About an hour later, I started noticing people whispering and looking in my direction. Then my manager pulled me into a conference room looking super concerned. Turns out, everyone thought I had brought in special brownies because 1. They tasted weird and intense, just the fancy chocolate. 2. One guy claimed he felt different after eating 3. Probably just a sugar rush. 3. I had recently mentioned being stressed and needing a vacation. HR got involved. They were talking about drug testing. Someone almost called the police. I had to explain in excruciating detail about my fancy chocolate purchase and even pulled up the receipt on my banking app to prove I just bought regular baking ingredients. The worst part? They threw away the rest of my brownies that cost me like $80 to make. Too long did not read. Spent money on fancy chocolate, made gourmet brownies, accidentally convinced my workplace I was distributing drugs. Now you know never to share baked goods with your office ever again. You need a vacation, so you're gonna get your coworkers stoned? Someone who eats 3 damn brownies should be expecting to feel different. Anyone could have asked you what was in the brownies to make them taste weird and intense. You work with a bunch of dumbasses who would rather think shitty of people than use a little common sense. I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with your coworkers? You didn't fuck up at all, they're all just insane. Also throwing out your brownies? WTF? I would seriously be looking for another job, because these people are complete dumbasses. This is not your fuck up. This is an office climate that is no longer safe for you or your career. You need another meeting with HR, and there needs to be a serious conversation about consequences for those who spread a vicious and false rumor that could have gotten you fired or arrested. And you need to look for a new job. If that dude had eaten 3 special brownies, he would not feel different. He would be melted into a metaphorical puddle of goo, staring at his fingers and crying about the complexity of the universe. Today I fucked up by forgetting to access work platform for 2 years. Been at the company for 2+ years with access to web apps. My initial training was a disaster due to busy, unhelpful colleagues. Today, a new team member got access to all apps, including 2 I'd never seen. One worked, the other gave an error. Turns out I was supposed to have access all along. Found an old email with an expired setup link from when I started woman facepalming. Told my new manager about the error, omitting that I'd never used it. He's now sorting it with access management and platform support, who are confused about the lack of access. Terrified my manager will ask why I haven't been using this platform I just discovered, loudly crying. Too long did not read. Bad initial training led to me missing access to 2 web apps for 2+ years. Just found out, one doesn't work, and I'm dreading explaining to my new manager why I've never used it. I wouldn't sweat it, since no one audited what you were doing. It was either not important or it was as much their fault as yours, because no one audited your work. Why are you supposed to log in if you don't need it for your work? I mean, clearly you didn't need that app. I don't think you fucked up. If this app was so important, then how have you been successfully doing your job for years? They should have confirmed you were on it a long time ago. You will just get a new login and they won't say much. We had so many dumb apps it was impossible to log into them to keep account alive without calendar reminders. Then every 18 months or so, in an effort to reduce costs or something, they deprecate those and make worse ones. I let a lot of them just die. Rarely pulling, I need my account reset, if it ever came up. You didn't fuck up. You just missed something a couple years ago due to bad training. It doesn't seem to affect your ability to do your job, so it's fine.